we'll start.
Sheriff! You'll never guess what's happened. Something big.
Well, what is it?
Biggest thing ever happened in Mayberry. Real big. Big. Big, big.
Welcome to Mayberry Man Season 2. I'm Mayberry Man producer Court Howell. Several years ago, my brother Stark Howell attended Mayberry Days, the world's largest festival celebrating the Andy Griffith Show, because our father, Hoke Howell, played a character on the show.
Oh, I'll show him a couple of things I learned in the Army in guerrilla warfare. First, you take your hair and you yank it around, and then you take the other hand and yank it.
Meeting so many wonderful Mayberry fans inspired Stark to write a movie called Mayberry Man.
It's real!
Mayberry Man was a big hit. It played in theaters. It continues to stream today on Amazon Prime and Tubi. It's on airplanes, and it's even gone international. Next, we spun Mayberry Man off into a TV series, partnering with the fans on Indiegogo.
Hey, this is good work.
We've been blessed to have the support of many family members of the original stars. Andy's daughter, Dixie Griffith, is an executive producer. And Karen Knotts, daughter of Don Knotts, appears in both the movie and the series as a regular character.
I am so excited to be part of this. It's wonderful. It's like just my dad's legacy, and now I can even be a part of that too. It's amazing.
Now it's time for Season 2. Once again, we're saying no to Hollywood money and partnering with you, the fans, to stay true to the wholesome family values of The Andy Griffith Show. Of course, we have lots of amazing experiences and rewards available when you back the project. You can get your name in the credits, be a background extra, attend a red carpet premiere, have a speaking role in the show.
Those low-down, dirty buzzards.
You like money?
May I have a half a dozen, please?
If you're Santa Claus, why are you so skinny?
Haven't you kids seen the size of chimneys these days?
That's a good one.
Be a producer or have your business featured in a scene as a product placement sponsor. And no matter what reward you choose, you'll have behind-the-scenes access as we make a wonderful series that pays tribute to the television classic we all love, The Andy Griffith Show.
Oh, Mayberry Man. Oh, that's a big one. Yeah, that's good. Hey, everybody. I'm Alan Newsom. I was on Mayberry Man the movie and Mayberry Man the series, and I'm so excited to have this possibility of doing more. Join with us and become a part of Mayberry lore. Let's make it happen, guys.
Mayberry Man is like a dream come true for Mayberry fans like me.
You need to do it. It is so much fun, and it is a great thing to get involved in.
As a fan, it's probably one of the most exciting things that could ever happen.
Let's get this thing made. This can be really good, and it's going to need a group effort.
So I guarantee this. If you love the Andy Griffith Show, you're going to love Mayberry Man.
Please join me in supporting this wonderful adventure and journey into more Mayberry. More Mayberry for everybody.
Hey, welcome, folks. Alan, thanks for joining me tonight. I'm Court Howell,
always
producer.
Always glad to be here. Sorry I stepped on you there. We're out of practice.
No, it's good. It's been a while. We're a little out of sync. That's okay. But hopefully, if you are new here, because we're always getting new subscribers and followers and all that. We've gained a lot lately. So I wanted to show that countdown video. It kind of gives the history of Mayberry Man right there. And of course, Alan, got a nice little cameo in that opening montage with as Floyd the Barber, and is also host of Two Chairs No Waiting. So thanks for being here.
Oh, glad to be here. And yeah, it's so fun. I don't normally have a beard. It's the off season for Mayberry at the moment. I'm fixing to have to shave it off though, but it's so much fun to be in Floyd in the movie and in the series. And I'm looking forward to this second season of the series.
Yeah, so because we've been kind of quiet, we've been busy behind the scenes, I just figured we're overdue for an update. So, if you follow the Mayberry Man social media for just clips of the Andy Griffith Show, this is kind of different. So You may find it interesting. You may not find it interesting. If you're already involved in the Mayberry Man projects, then of course, you'll have an interest in what we're talking about. Because we're gearing up for season 2. That was our kind of our fundraising video. We've already raised the funds. We have a few spots left. You can still you can't get a speaking role at this point, but you can still join us as a background extra. We have a few spots available, and that's at supportmayberryman.com. You can check that out. We're still accepting donations where you can get the cast and crew t-shirt. At some point, we got to cut that off and order those because we want to have those for everybody when we get to the shoot. So anybody participating in person will be able to get their shirt. I'm going to leave that up a little bit. I love the design. I think it really, it's a fresh design, and we're only doing this for people that actually back the project this time. They'll never be for sale at Weaver's. Sorry. This is an exclusive. So if you're a backer,
it's a really cool looking shirt. The design looks really cool. I like, honestly, it's black and white. I mean, that's, I really like that.
It's appropriate, right? Mm-hmm. So, we are making season 2 of the series. So there was the movie, there was the season 1, which was 5 episodes that kind of picked up where the movie left off. We did get some press coverage. We're going to be filming in June 16th to the 30th in Danville, Indiana. And we got front page coverage there in Danville. So hopefully that means they're excited to have us come back to town and do our thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Danville fits really well with the Mayberry. We did a Mayberry event there for several years, and the town square, it reminds you a lot of Mayberry.
So we're going to talk about a few things. We'll talk about the script a little bit. We're going to talk about some casting. We've kind of started to slot some people into roles. And then if anyone's interested, we scouted some locations. We'll talk about the scouting that we've been doing. And then depending on how interested everyone is, and I'll ask you, Alan, to weigh in on this. We've been spending hours and hours and hours on the phone. We, meaning me, Stark Howell, the director, writer, and my brother, and Tom Milo, our assistant director, literally hours a day, just on the phone, going through this 150-page script. I mean, it's thick, and I printed it 2-sided, 155 pages actually, scene by scene, discussing every character in it, every prop, every vehicle, wardrobe, the whole thing. And we've been working on the schedule. So our schedule is getting pretty firmed up. So I'm going to be posting some dates and things like that, so you can really start to make your travel plans if you're traveling in to participate. I'm still waiting on our discount codes for the hotels. I've got one of the 3 hotels, but I don't want to release that without the others. So hoping to release all that at the same time. But have you seen the script recently, Alan?
I haven't seen it since we did the read through.
Okay.
I've been waiting too, because I was going to reach out because I want to start learning my lines, but I'm afraid to start learning the wrong lines.
Yeah, you would be, because it's changing daily. We made changes today, but we're sort of circling the target, so to speak, and we're almost there. So who's in it is a good question, right? Well, let me tell you about the script a little bit more. So I think we got some fun storylines coming. One of the storylines is Alan, who, again, if you're not that familiar with Mayberry Man, it takes place in a town called Mayberry that could have inspired the Andy Griffith Show in reality. But it's people that love the Andy Griffith Show, dress up as the characters. It's not a remake or a reboot of the Andy Griffith Show. It's just supposed to feel like the Andy Griffith Show. And then there's lots of little Easter eggs and references to the show.
Lots of Easter eggs. Oh my goodness.
More than we even realize, I think. But in this season 2, there's an accident where Alan gets amnesia and he actually thinks he's Floyd the barber living in the Andy Griffith Show. And so the townspeople have to all pretend they're characters from the Andy Griffith Show. And so that goes on for a while. And, the condition could become permanent. So that's like the big,
pretty much like
there.
real life. It's similar to real life. I pretty much am that way now. I just half the time I think I'm Floyd. So
well, that is part of it, right? You've been doing Floyd for so many years. You get a little bump on the head, and that suddenly you turn into Floyd. Certain relationships that had been kind of developed may end. Others may begin. There's a new face in town who's going to run for mayor of Mayberry. Let's see what else. We discovered that Warren, the Barney tribute artist, we discovered that Warren actually uses a dating website called Mayberry Meetup. So that would be interesting. So lots of fun stuff. The whole thing takes place in Mayberry, whereas the movie and season 1, we kind of jump back and forth between Mayberry and Los Angeles and all that stuff with the Chris Stone storyline. Season 2 is all in Mayberry. So that also simplifies our production as far as helping keep the cost down. Who's in it? The main characters, your main tribute artists, you got Alan as Floyd and Rick Roberts as Barney, the Barney tribute artist, or Warren is his character name. We've got Kate Ashley coming back as Kate. And we got Janet, who is played by Karen Knotts, Don Knotts' daughter. So a lot of familiar faces. Greg and Craig, who's Greg Shell and Chris Hudson.
Reggie and Rayfield.
Characters.
Yeah, Reggie and Rayfield are back.
Reggie and Rayfield, and I like to say a cast of thousands, and it is quite a cast list. So, we've been. If you've got a speaking role, you probably know that you may have been asked to do an audition. Some people haven't. We already know who you are, and so we've kind of assigned roles. But I have a few roles that we've kind of settled on. So I'll just bring those up. So we're going to have Emmy Wright is going to be coming back as Emily. She appeared and she was kind of dating Shane in season 1. She's playing a bookstore employee. Kate owns a bookstore in this season 2. So she's there. At the bookstore, Sherry Bowman is playing Ms. Trueblood, an author who's doing a book signing at the store. That's a fun little part. Daryl is a character we did see at the corn stand in season 1. Well, turns out he's going to be the communications director. Turns out Daryl is the communications director for a guy running for mayor. So that's a little fun story. And then you're going to like this one, Alan. Rod Duke, who showed up as the businessman in season 1, he's playing Corny Cornwald, who's an ad man that Warren has involved to help promote Mayberry Fest.
That's great.
And so that image actually is taken from his
He dressed
audition.
up like that. That's awesome.
Yes, that's his wardrobe.
Yeah, he sits beside me at the University of Alabama Huntsville basketball games. We have season tickets, and we yell at the refs together. So it's how I've known him for a long time. But this would be great, Corny Cornwall.
So we're zeroing in. It's a long cast list, and I might show that to you when we get into more of the nitty gritty, if you're interested. And so that's fun stuff. Let's see what else. So we were location scouting. So we have this vintage gas station that's going to be turned into Wally's Service. This is close by Danville, Indiana. It's about 20 minutes away, but it's like ready to go. Just put out a few props, set dressing.
That looks great.
Yeah, we were out there scouting in about 9-degree weather, or whatever it was. It was brutal when Stark was here. So then we have a bookstore where Kate runs a bookstore. in Mayberry, the Mayberry bookstore, and it's kind of a hub of activity there. So there'll be a lot of scenes in the bookstore. There's Rayfield shopping for books.
He can read? Probably
Well,
Reggie.
he's just looking at the pictures.
Reggie probably can't. I don't know.
Another big location is the ice cream parlor.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
We haven't really had this difficult conversation about whether we can actually use real ice cream because
are we gonna have to have like cream potatoes or something?
Mashed potatoes is a common prop ice cream.
That'll be great.
And then there's this setting, which I'm just going to let you use your imagination. I wonder what this set could be.
That's got to be something with Gomer. I mean,
yeah,
it's got to be. It's got to be where Gomer works.
That's got to be Gomer's space, exactly.
Marty. Yeah.
So that's kind of an update. I know some people are getting antsy. They want to book their travel and all that stuff. We just have been waiting to make sure we have a firm schedule for you. And so I don't know, maybe let me know in the comments, and there might be a little bit of delay. Do you want me to go into this like detailed scheduling stuff? I'll show you my software. If that does that behind the scenes stuff sound interesting to you?
I don't know. It might be interesting in the fact of just to see, because we don't understand either the actors, at least I'll say I don't, and people who are involved in this, the amount of scheduling and the amount of logistics that go on to pull off something like this. I think people don't even think about it. So it might be interesting to see. I don't know.
Well, I'll give you a little.
I don't know if going through it completely would be helpful.
Well, I wanted to share an image,
cool.
if I can.
Yeah, you guys do so much work that's behind the scenes that we just don't get to see, and it's it is. We appreciate it, even though we don't know everything you're doing.
Yeah, so I want to see if I can. I want to see what happens when I try to share this. All right, so can you see that? All right.
Oh yeah.
That's a call sheet.
That's fairly old looking.
That is a call sheet from the Andy Griffith Show, and I don't even know if I can. Can I zoom in on that?
March 9th. Wow, it's March 9th, 1964. It says right there at the top. Wow.
So that's a lot of information, right? Yes. That's got to come from somewhere, and it comes from breaking down the script. And I think I have another one. I can show you.
Yeah, I had no idea about that when we did the movie originally. I mean, I didn't know. I knew about a call. I'd heard the words call sheet, and I'd seen a call sheet, but I didn't know what was on it and what it entailed to develop.
Yeah, it's got all the characters, got all the background talent. It's got all the scenes you're shooting that day. Call time. So a call time is like what time you have to show up to the set, but you may be showing up at different places at different times. So there might be multiple call times. So this one's from Return to Mayberry, which on this one, again, I don't know if you can see the detail on this, but I noticed that this is for the first day of shooting Return to Mayberry, the movie, the reunion movie. And Andy and Don Knotts had to report to the studio in LA at like 5 a.m.
Oh my goodness.
And then they had to drive like 3 hours to the location where they shot that film. And then they still shot scenes that day.
Wow.
Like, we don't do that to you, do we, Alan?
No.
No.
No, you don't.
Come in the day before, get a good night's rest, and we'll start fresh. I mean, it was not easy work.
Wow.
Yeah, they were traveling and shooting the same day. So that's just what we end up with. Oops. That's what we end up with. So let me share.
That's pretty amazing.
My scheduling software. So
yeah, when we did the original, I didn't know what the call sheet numbers, I didn't know what any of that stuff. Oh, wow. So this is a little different. This looks a little more modern.
So we have, I haven't even. Tom's doing the official breakdown. This is kind of just my version of the thing. So this is like the breakdown sheet, and like every category of information on here gets populated with information, right? And each scene will get one of these breakdown sheets, and then we start putting them as strips onto the strip board, and day by day, you end up organizing all the scenes, and you don't shoot in order, right? You shoot in the order of maximum efficiency. So we're going to shoot all of our township scenes on the same days. So the township, that's where Alan's character works, and there's a lot of scenes in there. And
wow.
And this column over here with all these numbers, these are the cast numbers. So Alan, you're number 2, and Warren's number 3.
All right, 3. Watch it.
Marty's, Marty's 4. But you see, these numbers are going up into the 60s. You know, there's a lot of cast members involved. If I go over to this elements screen, you'll see the list of cast members.
Well, there's so many things you guys have to keep up with. Even if you're shooting, like you mentioned, shooting the township all in one day, that means there's wardrobe changes that have to happen.
Well, that's the day break. So that was one of the first things we did. We went through the script scene by scene and determined what day of the story it is. It's like,
so you know what
clothes. Is this next scene a new day? And we got a commitment to that. And then if you see on this column here, where it says day, this would either say day or night here, but the number next to it, that is the day of the story. So you'll see this scene in the bookstore. The first scene up is in day 2 of the story. The second scene is day 1 of the story. So, you know, if it's the same person in this scene, they're changing clothes between each one of these scenes.
Right.
Let's go back to one of your scenes, Alan.
Wow.
Yeah, you got it easy. You don't have to change clothes till lunch.
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
And so anyway, so that's kind of goes on behind the scenes until we can finally arrive at a calendar, and that'll show you on the actual dates what scenes are being filmed. Just gives you a sense. The different colors. Well, the banners are like custom colors, but the yellow is like daytime exteriors, and then the others are all interior scenes. So no night scenes.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I don't mind. I actually don't mind the overnight. That was kind of fun actually doing that.
But it was cold.
It was cold. It would probably be nice since we're filming in the summer. It might not be too bad.
Right. So as the schedule stands today, we're going to start shooting on Tuesday the 16th. We're going to shoot 3 days in the township. We're going to take a day off. And then we're going to start up again and go 6 days in a row. That Friday, we're going to be on the Gossett farm for a bunch of locations, Jeff Gossett's house. Then we'll do Wally's. And then we'll do our 2 days in the ice cream shop. And then we're going to do a couple of days at the Royal Theater and kind of around the square in Danville. Then we're going to collapse and take a day off. And then Saturday, we're at some miscellaneous locations. We have a barbershop scene that we're hoping to shoot that day. And we have a scene at a doctor's office. Alan's doctor treating him for his amnesia. On that Saturday, and then we finish up with 2 days in the bookstore.
Wow.
And that's kind of how it breaks out. It's 12 shoot days over about a 2-week span. And that's coming right out of Mayberry Comes to Scottsburg.
Yep.
So I assume you'll just keep on driving up to Danville, right?
Yeah, I'll just stay in the area. Yes.
So that's kind of there's this one more screen and one more report. So this report's called the DOOD is Day Out of Days, and that'll tell you which characters are working on which days. So what you don't want to see is, and then the initials are like start work is SW, W is work, W finishes, finish work. If it's SWF, that means they're starting and finishing on that one day. What you don't like to see is someone starting work here and having nothing and then having to come back. So we might have to make some adjustments on casting or characters and see what they're doing based, if someone's coming in from out of town, we don't want to, make them stay in a hotel for a week waiting unless they really want to and just don't want to help out behind the scenes. But so there's a couple of those that we need to address. So this just surfaces all the scheduling issues.
Yeah. The amount of logistics you guys deal with, it just, honestly, we don't think about that. I mean, we think from a fan's perspective of watching TV and movies, and of course we've heard it's not filmed in order, but you still think about it being filmed just like it's happening. It's like a play. And that's not the most efficient way to film it from a production, I believe.
It's all about efficiency, as Clint Howard has said in one of our videos. And it can be even more efficient. We're kind of protecting you guys as actors. There were some ideas floated about where we're actually shooting multiple scenes from one angle and then shooting the opposite side, multiple scenes. And so that for an actor, that would really be tricky to figure out where you are. Like, what's the tone of this scene versus, if you're jumping back and forth.
Yeah, to behave the same way you behaved in the first take or first camera position. Yes. Wow.
But when you're changing camera angles, lights move, things, so you're trying to be efficient and shoot all one direction.
Right.
And if you're shooting that kind of essentially that same setup for a scene in episode 1, and you're doing the same setups in episode 5.
Sure.
The maximum efficiency guy, like Tom's like, let's just shoot them all this way, and then we'll come back and do them all the other way. And we're like, I think that's asking a lot of our actors. But so there's a little.
That's pretty impressive. I mean, it really is amazing all the things you guys have to remember and keep up with. And it's all, obviously, like you're showing there, it's all written down. You know exactly what you expect to be able to do and how much time it would take, or how much time you're allowing for a particular scene, for instance, as you're filming it. It's really
well, and that's a big part of it too. It's like we're going through scene by scene and talking through how Stark plans to shoot it. And how many setups and trying to estimate, that's about an hour and a half, or we can knock that out in 20 minutes. Right. And then we get to the end of our day. And if it says 16 hours, that's a problem.
Right.
So, but we've been in good shape. I think, for as many pages as we need to capture each day, I'm pretty satisfied with the schedule at this point. So we've got a day and a half left to discuss on the calendar.
Wow.
We're almost there. But if you are a backer participant, hopefully, a while ago, I sent out emails and asked you to fill out surveys and send us a photo and a little introductory video so we kind of know who you are and what your personality is. I think most people did that. Some people never did it. So if you're not responding to those things, it only impacts like the level of role you're going to be assigned. Because if we don't know who you are or what you look like, we can't really give you an important role. You might just be waving and saying, "Hi, Alan," that we can give to anybody. As we're going through this process, we're discovering where are featured extras. So some people are just featured extras, right? The Mr. Schwamps. So we'll be able to now identify which scenes are going to have those, and we'll be able to give you some options on days and stuff for scheduling. Extras, we went through every scene to figure out how many background extras we need. So I got to now transfer that onto the calendar, and then we can like let people know what days we're going to need extras. There's the perk that was like voice or face in the show. At this point, we think, I don't think I have any of that. So there's a bookstore. So we think some of those faces are going to be on books.
Authors on books. Yeah, there you go.
Yes, they're going to be authors on books. So that's actually why I took this picture of Jeff, because I wanted to like, so it could be a scene like that, and that's you on the back of the book.
That's pretty cool.
So that's one technique we're going to use. The other technique, maybe I don't know if I have this.
That's a really good idea. Wow. Let me
go see if I can find.
We could put them on a wanted poster or something in the courthouse too, or something. They're wanted.
Well, Warren is postal carrier, but we don't do any scenes in the post office. But that would be a natural.
Yeah.
So
we could have them in the Mayberry townships as tax evaders, and or something. I mean, that's so funny. I love that.
I need to find. I didn't have it ready, but somewhere. So one of the other ideas is your photos on the dating website.
Oh, on the Mayberry Meetup.
Mayberry Meetup website.
You swipe by them. You could.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that is great.
So those are intended to be somewhat comical. So we might ask for funny expressions or funny hats or whatever.
Great idea.
So anyway, those are kind of the two main ways. We thought about, because we have a scene in the movie theater in the lobby.
Mm-hmm.
I think we would need to ask for extra money for this, for us to create and print a movie poster. So maybe we could feature a few people on a movie poster that's in the lobby in one of the scenes. And then, when we're done, you can have the poster. But there's added expense to creating those large format posters. So we might do that. But we don't want to be coming out of pocket. We weren't budgeted to print out a bunch of movie posters.
Right.
But if someone wanted to kick in, I don't know, maybe $50 to print one of those or something. People want to kick in $50 to have their picture on the poster.
And then they get to keep the poster. Yeah, that sounds, that's pretty cool.
We have to ship them the poster because they're not there, right? It's a remote role. But that could be a fun thing. So that was one, we haven't committed to that, but it's possible. So if any of you watching are face in the show, let me know if that would be interesting to you. If that would be really worth paying a little extra for. It would just cover the expense of printing it.
Right.
So those are still hanging with us. Rick Roberts comments, Don Knotts number 3 on the call sheet. Yeah.
Yeah. The return to Mayberry, he was number 3 on there. I assume it must have been Ron was number 2.
I'm guessing.
Because it was Andy and Ron. I mean, by that point, Ron was Ron Howard,
Yes. But,
that's my guess too. I have no idea. It had to have been him because he's in a lot of that movie, so it must have been. And that's another thing I didn't know that is it based on the number of lines you have or something, or screen time or something like that?
Well,
that you
it's
get those
based
numbers?
on your ego, actually.
No, it's not, because mine was number 2 in the movie, and I've told that story before that Stark was getting on to me about not talking about it. I was like, I don't know what that means. I didn't know. I thought it was just a second guy hired. I don't know what this means.
No, I mean, it would kind of, the main numbers would be sort of billing order. And then, I mean, we may have intentionally numbered the first 10 or so, but after that, we don't have time for that stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely, it doesn't matter to me what number. As long as I'm in it, that's what I want to be, is in there.
But it's
I want to be part of Mayberry. This is awesome.
It's kind of like, well, back in the old days in baseball, right? If the guy was like number 93 out of the bullpen, it's like this guy just came up from minor leagues, right? You don't want to be that guy. But anyway, let's see what else. So as I mentioned, if you have questions about any of this stuff, if you're participating, throw them in the chat, and I'll try to respond. But as I mentioned, it's not too late to get in on the Cast and Crew t-shirt. Like I said, I don't know when I'm going to cut that off, but at some point I got to cut that off and get those ordered. If your perk included a Cast and Crew shirt, if you did Indiegogo, you should have selected your shirt size. If you did it directly off our website, you need to email me your shirt size. So if you haven't done that, there are some people I'm going to have to chase down for t-shirt sizes because we don't want to order a bunch of extras. They're not cheap. And then, if you're still interested, you can go to supportmayberryman.com. That's the place to do it. And again, we still have it open for extras if people want to participate as extras. And we know the dates. The specific dates for the most part, June 16th through the 29th at the moment. And it'll be a lot of fun.
Have we got all the extras we're going to need, like for any kind of outside things, or like people, or are we going to need people that are going to be just volunteers, or do we have extras? Are we good? In other words, as we get closer to the event, or is there?
I think we're okay this time.
Okay, because I know, in the movie, I know we had a lot because it was outside and there's a parade and there's all kinds of things.
Right. No, I think we're in good shape. It'll just come down to once we get into scheduling and suddenly we find out our participants, nobody's available on a particular day. One group that we know we have to go outside of our backers is in the bookstore. There are a couple scenes involving children for story time. So these kids are maybe 7, 8 years old. Well, we don't have any 7 or 8 year old backers. So, and then, the attention span of that age group, right. Anyway, so we'll probably be looking to Danville locals to do that. So we're going to need some help finding those participants, people that want to spend a half a day, because that's probably what it'll take, the commitment, until the kids start crying, and then we send them home.
I have to keep them entertained.
The pace of this, it's like that age, how long will they last?
I know.
And, Tom is really upset because we're shooting with children and animals in the same scene in many cases.
Oh my goodness.
And that's one of the cardinal rules of film
Don't work
production.
with children or animals. I've heard that said.
But I think W.C. Fields, did he start that?
I don't know. I just have always heard that. That's funny.
I do have a note to just give a disclaimer. Things may change as we approach filming. We'll be looking at the weather forecast, right? It's Indiana. The weather is unpredictable. So fortunately, most of our stuff's indoors, but we may have to, say the whole Wally's set, except for that one interior shot, which we aren't going to shoot at that Wally's station. We're shooting that in some other building. The whole Wally's day is outside. If we see a weather issue on that day, now we've got to start moving days around.
Shift. Yeah.
And so anything can happen. You got to be flexible. We do our best to accommodate everybody, and be great if we just had a huge budget and we could just fly everybody in and say, hang out, until we get done. But
it's amazing. I hear these movies, some of the Marvel movies and things where they're actually filming it and they don't even have a script yet, and they're kind of writing it as they go. I'm just thinking, how much money does this cost? Because they're going to have to shoot things just in case they want to use that, and
Right.
wow, what's that like? We've never had that flexibility as part of the Mayberry Man stuff. But hey, we're not Marvel, but but it is a lot of fun. And you got the money that has been donated, the money that's been given to do this is spent very wisely. I feel like they do you guys do an amazing job getting the most out of every, I guess pennies aren't around anymore, every nickel you're given.
We are very frugal. The last thing we want to do is, after doing that big fundraising campaign, is come up short at the end and have to, ask for more help, which we really don't want to do this time. We did that on the movie the first time around, but we didn't raise as much money the first time. So I think we're in much better shape. And we have a smaller, it's less ambitious than the movie was. The movie, we were in multiple states and was very cinematic, whereas this is a little more sitcom style, more dialogue driven type of story, and less complex shots. So, but yeah, we're feeling good about it. And that's the update. And
that's great. Well, I know we did, for those that don't know, we did a read through of the script that was available in January. I don't know when it was, but that version of the script, it was fun. And we had a good time going through the read through. And so you got a feel for kind of the direction it's going. And I think you're all going to enjoy, especially if as they have made changes and improvements and things. It'll even be better. So I'm looking forward to seeing that script and to start learning my lines, so that since it's dialogue driven, I actually know my dialogue. I know how to.
Yeah, that would help.
That'll help. Yeah, that'll help your schedule a lot.
Yeah. So, I think, the days will be long. They always are. But it's a high page count, which is scary. But again, it's with the dialogue stuff, when it's just you guys talking to each other, that's pretty quick to get.
Right.
You guys have good chemistry. You guys meaning like you and Warren, or you and Rick, and Ashley and Chris, Marty, and so
all of it.
It's when you start to bring in like what we affectionately call the Chinatown scene, where you got all the different characters coming into the room, and that was like where it kind of got hairy.
That was tough
last time. It gets complex with all the blocking, the movement.
And I'm glad Ashley's still willing to work with us. Ashley, she's moving up the ranks here. So I'm looking forward to getting to work with her some more too. So this, of course, Rick Roberts is amazing. I love working with him, and Chris Bowman. All of these folks that are in the movie and the series. I know he's not in this, but Brett was awesome. He's a great guy, but he also has moved up the rank.
Or we moved down, one of the other.
Yeah, maybe we moved down. That's right. So, but I am so thankful for all you guys that have watched the movie and have watched the series. And if you haven't watched it, go out there and watch it. You can watch them for free. They're available out there in several different platforms. So definitely go out and check those out if you haven't. But thanks to everybody that has, because I love being in it, because I'm a big Andy Griffith Show fan. I love this and watching. I was watching the episode the other day where Otis came into the jail cell and locked himself up while Floyd was showing the tour group around. And I knew it, but I forgot. But in the movie, there's a guy eating an apple, and you're wondering, why is he eating an apple? If you watch that episode, speaking of little things in the show, there's a guy standing in the back there while Otis is coming in. He's eating an apple. And it's like, so there are so many things like that just make me love being a part of this, and just the wonderful nod to the Andy Griffith Show, but yet it's new and different. And I'm so thankful to be a part of it.
Well, yeah, and I mean the other part of it is, and Joy mentioned, it's like, thank you for creating family friendly content, and that's the other part of this. It's like they just don't make shows that you can watch with your family anymore.
Right.
I mean, it's I can't watch anything new, really. I don't watch anything new. I just put on the old shows.
Right.
And I know a lot of people that do the same thing because it's just so dark or ugly, or it's violence, or it's sex, and it's all that stuff. So
yeah, you can't just watch it and enjoy it and walk away smiling, because by the end you're like, why did they do that? Even shows you think are going to be safe, and you start going, what happened?
Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, that's another thing. Yeah. And because you guys controlled it, and that was one of the things you and Stark had said, you wanted to maintain control over it so that you could make sure that kind of thing did not creep into the town of Mayberry that's in Mayberry Man.
Exactly. All right. Well, thanks for joining us and hanging out. Hopefully that's a good update for you. And, we'll do more of these from time to time. It just, we're focused spending hours and hours in pre-production, which is so critical. It's the measure twice, cut once kind of thing. And, things will still change when we get closer to production, but we want to get it as dialed in as possible, and so that it can be a great experience for everybody participating. And then we ultimately deliver a great product for all of our backers and keep the series going.
Yeah.
So again, thanks, Alan, for joining me, and thanks for everybody hanging out with us. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you for having me. See you guys.
Hey, listen, if you like that video, there's going to be plenty more right here at Mayberry Man. And make sure you push that button that says like, because without that, the producer's got nothing.
If you want more videos about The Andy Griffith Show, be sure to hit subscribe and click that little bell icon so you're notified whenever we post a new video. Thanks for watching.
Come on, baby.